Serena Williams has commanded the spotlight for over 2 decades, not just as a 23-time Grand Slam champion whose ferocious serves and unyielding spirit redefined women's tennis, but as a cultural force who shattered barriers for black women in sports. Her legacy isn't confined to clay courts or grass pitches. It's etched in the annals of empowerment, resilience, and unapologetic excellence. Yet, amid this towering narrative of triumph, a more personal saga has unfolded, one that captivated hearts worldwide. Her seemingly unbreakable romance with Alexis Ohanian, the tech visionary behind Reddit. Their union, born from serendipity and nurtured through trials, painted a portrait of a modern power couple blending athletic prowess with Silicon Valley innovation. But in recent months, as of late 2024 and into 2025, the digital ether has ignited with firestorm of whispers, escalating to outright declarations that this fairy tale is fractured. Serena Williams divorced her husband immediately after this happened, screamed the viral posts, pinning the blame on a Father's Day oversight, a solo Met Gala strut, or cryptic social media musings that fans dissect like ancient scrolls. The speculation? A perfect storm of public absences, ringless fingers, and a relentless churn of tabloid fodder, all amplified by an internet addicted to celebrity implosions. What was once a story of destiny now teeters on the edge of drama, with every like, share, and comment fueling the frenzy. But is this the end of an era, or merely the latest mirage in the desert of rumor mills? Join me as we peel back the layers of hype, trace the improbable sparks that ignited their bond, and sift through the evidence, or lack thereof, that has the world holding its breath. We'll explore the highs of their Hollywood-esque wedding, the quiet strains of fame's glare, and the resilient threads that still seem to bind them. By the end, you'll see not just a headline, but the human heartbeat behind them, a reminder that even legends navigate love's unpredictable volleys. Stick around. The truth serve is coming fast. Picture this. It's the spring of 2015, and the eternal city of Rome hums with the promise of renewal. Cobblestone streets whisper of empires long past, while modern jet-setters flock to its cafes for espresso-fueled dreams. Amid this timeless allure, two worlds on a cusp of collision. One forged in the sweat-soaked intensity of professional tennis, the other in the cold-cracking chaos of tech startups. We're about to intersect in the most unassuming way imaginable. Serena Williams, then 33 and riding the wave of her 21st Grand Slam title, was in town for the Italian Open, her mind laser-focused on the clay courts that demanded precision and power. Known for her pre-match rituals of solitude, Serena typically holed up in her hotel room, visualizing victory, blocking out the world's noise. But on this fateful morning, something shifted. Perhaps it was a jet lag from crisscrossing continents, or the subtle pull of intuition that whispers, break the pattern. Whatever the catalyst, Serena opted for breakfast in the hotel's sun-drenched restaurant, joining her coach Patrick Mouratoglou and trainer, instead of dining alone. As she settled at a corner table, savoring a simple meal of fruit and yogurt, the air carried the aroma of fresh croissants and the murmur of international accents. Little did she know, destiny had reserved the adjacent seat for an unlikely interloper. Enter Alexis Ohanian, 31, a Brooklyn-bred entrepreneur whose name was synonymous with digital disruption. As co-founder of Reddit, the front page of the internet, Alexis had transformed a dorm room idea into a global phenomenon, selling it to Condé Nast in 2006 only to reclaim a leadership role years later. He was in Rome not for glamour, but for a tech conference, rubbing elbows with innovators discussing AI's frontiers and blockchain's bold promises. Exhausted from an all-nighter brainstorming session, Alexis scanned the crowded eatery for a spot, his eyes heavy but his curiosity piqued. Spotting the table next to Serena's, he plopped down without a second thought, oblivious to the superstar inches away. What followed was a comedy of errors straight out of a rom-com script, laced with the awkward charm that often precedes profound connections. Serena's team, protective as ever, eyed the intruder warily. In a playful bid to reclaim their space, her coach leaned over and quipped about a rat scurrying nearby, a classic scare tactic to shoo away unwanted company. Most would have bolted, but Alexis, unfazed, with a grin that screamed New York grit, he shot back, "I'm from Brooklyn. Rats are basically my roommates." The table erupted in laughter, the ice not just broken but shattered. Serena, ever the direct force on and off the court, could have let the moment fizzle. Instead, she leaned in, her competitive spirit, sensing a worthy opponent in Wit. "Okay, tough guy," she teased, but seriously moved to another table. Yet in that exchange, something intangible flickered. A humility in Alexis's posture, a spark in his eyes that said he wasn't here to conquer, but to connect. What started as banter evolved into an invitation. "Why don't you just join us?" And so he did, sliding into the conversation like he'd always belonged. As plates cleared and coffee refilled, the pair delved deeper. Serena, the queen of baselines and backhands, probe Alexis about his world of algorithms and upvotes, fascinated by a realm where ideas went viral without a single sweat drop. Alexis, confessing he'd never watched a full tennis match. "I mean, I know it's about hitting a ball, right?" Hung on her tales of Flushing Meadows' glory and the sibling rivalry with Venus that fueled her fire. Hours slipped by unnoticed, the restaurant emptying around them. By the time they parted, phone numbers exchanged felt less like a formality and more like a promise. That night, as Serena prepared for her match, her mind wandered not to strategy, but to the Brooklyn boy who saw her not as Serena Williams, the icon, but as Serena, the woman craving a genuine laugh. The spark didn't extinguish in Rome. It reignited across borders. Days later, during the French Open in Paris, Serena tossed out a casual invite. "Come watch if you're free." Alexis, back in the States, didn't hesitate. He booked the first flight out, landing just in time for her first-round clash. What ensued was a whirlwind weekend. 6 hours of post-match wandering the Seine's banks, debating everything from venture capital risks to the poetry of Federer's forehand. They shared crepes under the Eiffel Tower's glow, confessed dreams deferred by ambition, and, in quiet moments, felt the pull of vulnerability. For Serena, who'd weathered media storms and on-court isolation, Alexis offered normalcy. A guy who geeked out over her serves, but challenged her on life's bigger serves. For him, she was a revelation. Fierce yet tender, a reminder that success needn't sacrifice soul. This Rome rendezvous wasn't mere chance. It was the universe's sly wink, appending two lives on parallel tracks. In an era where celebrity meet-cuties involved NDAs and publicists, theirs was raw, real, and ripe with potential. As whispers of their budding romance leaked to tabloids, fans wondered, could tennis's titan find harmony off the court? Little did they know, this breakfast blunder was the opening set of a match that would go the distance, enduring fame's faults and fortune's fickle turns. But as we'll uncover, not every love story serves aces. If that Roman breakfast was a spark, the months that followed would forge, hammering two disparate worlds into an alloy stronger than either alone. Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian didn't just date. They dove headfirst into a partnership that bridged Silicon Valley startups with Wimbledon's white lines, creating a synergy that captivated and confounded in equal measure. Alexis, the self-proclaimed tech bro, with a net worth ballooning from Reddit's explosive growth, entered Serena's orbit as a novice to the sport's rituals. Recall his admission, he'd never sat through a full match, mistaking love for romance rather than zero. Yet, where others might have retreated from the glare of Grand Slams, Alexis leaned in, his entrepreneurial mindset treating this new terrain like a beta launch. Test, iterate, scale. Serena, by 2015, was no stranger to reinvention. With 21 majors under her belt, she'd evolved from Compton's prodigy, honed on public courts amid skepticism and slurs, into a global ambassador. Her game was poetry and power. Thunderous serves clocking 128 miles per hour, a mental fortitude that turned deficits into dominations. Off-court, she was building an empire, S by Serena fashion line, investments in Girlboss Ventures, and a voice amplifying black excellence. But beneath the armor, Serena yearned for balance, a love that celebrated her without competing. Alexis fit like a custom racket, supportive, not overshadowing. He devoured highlights of her 2012 Olympic gold rush with Venus, quizzed her on deuce until it stuck, and showed up courtside at the U.S. Open, not as arm candy, but as ally. His presence? A quiet revolution. While paparazzi swarmed, Alexis grounded her with inside jokes about rat reconnaissance, and post-match debriefs over vegan tacos, reminding her that champions need champions too. Their worlds clash delightfully. Imagine Silicon Valley pitch sessions meeting locker room pep talks. Alexis regaling Serena with tales of Reddit's 2005 birth. A Yale dorm hackathon yielding a site where memes met manifestos, while she schooled him on the tour's nomadic grind. From Melbourne's heat to Flushing's frenzy, differences fueled fascination. His analytical edge sharpened her instincts. Her passion ignited his purpose. By late 2015, as Serena clinched her 22nd slam at Wimbledon, Alexis was there, not just cheering, but understanding the toll, the isolation of elite pursuit, the racism she'd battled since junior circuits. He became her buffer, her hype man, echoing her mantra, "You have to believe in yourself when no one else does." In return, Serena introduced Alexis to vulnerability's value, teaching that success isn't solitary. Their bond deepened through shared vulnerabilities. Her near-retirement doubts, his imposter syndrome in Tech's boys' club. Publicly, the pairing was electric. Social media buzzed with cryptic clues. A tweet from Alexis praising a certain serve that slays. An Instagram story of Serena courtside at a tech gala. Tabloids dubbed them Slam Tech. Tennis royalty meets digital duke. Yet, privately, they cultivated intention. Date nights blended worlds. Coding workshops where Serena debugged with determination, or yoga sessions where Alexis stretched beyond his comfort. When Serena faced health scares, a pulmonary embolism in 2010 that nearly sidelined her forever, Alexis's steady hand mirrored the support she'd given him through Reddit's pivots. By 2016, as whispers of commitment swirled, theirs was no fling. It was fusion, a testament that love thrives on contrast, not conformity. This era wasn't flawless. Fame's fault lines tested them. Serena's schedule clashed with Alexis's travels, and public eyes magnified every glance. But they volleyed back, prioritizing presence. Alexis's evolution from tennis tourist to devotee culminated in him launching Initialized Capital, channeling Reddit lessons into empowering underrepresented founders, echoing Serena's equity fight. Together, they weren't just a couple. They were a catalyst, proving disparate domains could duet. As engagement rumors simmered, fans sensed a narrative arc bending toward forever. Little did the world know, the proposal would return to Rome, closing the loop on a loop that started with a rat and a laugh. Their story? A blueprint for blending brilliance, where synergy isn't accidental, it's architected. Host on split screen with timeline graphic of key 2015 to 2016 moments. From awkward intros to intentional intimacy, they've shown us that true power couples build, don't just pose. Coming up, the proposal that brought it all full circle. Love stories thrive on grand gestures, but the best ones weave in whimsy, honoring the quirks that birthed them. For Serena and Alexis, the path to I Do looped back to where it all ignited. Rome, 2016, a city that had morphed from chance encounter to sacred ground. As their romance ripened, marked by stolen weekends in Paris, supportive texts during Serena's Australian Open prep, and Alexis's growing fluency in tennis lingo, their bond begged formalization. Alexis, ever the strategist, plotted a proposal that wasn't just romantic, but referential, a nod to that fateful breakfast, transforming potential farce into forever. December 2016 found Serena whisked away on a surprise trip, ostensibly for holiday cheer, but laced with anticipation. Touching down in Rome, the Cavalier Hotel loomed like a time machine, its grand lobby, sun-kissed terraces, evoking that 2015 dawn. Alexis had orchestrated every detail. The same restaurant, reserved for sunset, aglow with flickering candles and rose petals tracing their original table. But the piece de resistance? A tiny plastic rat figurine perched innocently by the wine glasses. A playful callback to the pest ploy that had cleared the way for connection. As Serena entered, laughter bubbled up. Recognition dawned that this wasn't mere nostalgia, but narrative closure. Over pasta and Prosecco, Alexis poured out his vision. A life not of pedestals, but partnership. Co-parenting dreams, co-investing futures, co-conquering doubts. Then, under the Italian skies streaked with stars, he knelt, ring in hand, a custom diamond echoing her strength, simple yet sparkling. Serena's yes wasn't shock. It was serenity, the culmination of a year where Alexis had proven partnership over possession. She later revealed the surprise's depth. Alexis had consulted her father, Richard, securing blessings that bridged families. The announcement? Pure of them. Serena posting a poem on Reddit. Alexis's brainchild. I came here with a secret. Full circle to this exact table. From rat to romance. Lines like, you make me giggle, and sometimes you make me mad, but you always make me feel loved, captured their candor, going viral with 10 million views. Fans flooding comments with heart emojis, and Queen deserves her king. This moment transcended celebrity. It humanized. In an age of Instagram perfection, their proposal celebrated imperfection. The rat as relic, humor as glue. It set the tone for a union unscripted, underscoring themes of return and renewal. As wedding bells loomed, the world watched, wondering how this tech tennis tango would tie the knot. June 18th, 2023. Father's Day dawned without a peep from Serena. No shout-out, no story, just silence amid a sea of celeb tributes. Fans flipped, omission or omen. Theories torrent ed, calculated shade, prelude to papers. Yet context whispers otherwise. Private brunches, perhaps, or oversighting chaos. Alexis's quiet dignity amplified the void, but no filings followed. This non-event became narrative nuclear, exposing our hunger for heroes' fractures. May 2024's Met Gala. Serena slayed in sparkle, Alexis absent, her finger-bare bands. Headlines howled split confirmed. Close-ups criminalizing the void. But fashion's fluidity explains. Outfit clashes, custody duties. Their history of coordinated couture made the solo sting. Yet Paris Olympics handholds later debunked. A reminder, style isn't subpoena, it's self-expression. From Rome's rat to resilient roots, Serena and Alexis embody love's longevity. Adapt, advocate, appreciate. Their tale teaches, rumors rage, but roots run deep. As they nurture daughters and dreams, they redefine success, not flawless, but fierce. In 2025's glare, their quiet consistency conquers chaos. November 16th, 2017. New Orleans pulsed with jazz and jubilation as Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian exchanged vows in a ceremony that fused Disney enchantment with Crescent City soul. The Contemporary Arts Center transformed into a Beauty and the Beast wonderland. Crystal chandeliers dripping like enchanted vines. French ball gowns inspiring floor arches. A carousel spinning guests into reverie. This wasn't just a wedding. It was a declaration honoring Alexis's late mother Nell. Gone too soon from terminal illness. On her birthday, infusing grief with grace. Serena, radiant in a custom Alexander McQueen gown by Sarah Burton, the mind behind Kate Middleton's, glided down the aisle, her silhouette a symphony of lace and legacy. Alexis, dapper in tuxedo tails, teared up, whispering vows of unwavering alliance. Guests? A constellation. Beyoncé crooning Love on Top. Kim Kardashian snapping candids. Anna Wintour approved in the front row. Kelly Rowland beaming sisterly pride. Toast toasted not fame, but fortitude. Richard Williams lauding Alexis as the son I never had. Alexis's family embracing Serena as kin. The after party? Pure magic. A carousel ride under stars, live brass bands, a menu blending Serena's vegan flair with Alexis's Armenian roots. Yet, amid opulence, intimacy reigned. Private dances, heartfelt letters read aloud, moments shielding their joy from flashes. This union, 7 months post-proposal, symbolized convergence. Serena's athletic empire meeting Alexis's digital dynasty, birthing a family forged in fire. Post-nuptials, revelations emerged. Serena, pregnant with Olympia, had hidden it masterfully, her gown concealing the bump till after. The wedding's echo? A blueprint for blending spectacle with substance, proving love's grandest stages need heart's quiet core. Parenthood arrived like an unforced error turned ace. Unexpected, exhilarating, essential. Olympia Ohanian Jr., born September 2017 via emergency C-section. Serena's life-threatening delivery a testament to her grit, ushered in a new set. As neophytes to diapers and dawn feedings, Serena and Alexis lean into learning. their home a haven of trial and triumph. Serena, balancing tour comebacks with midnight nursings, found Alexis's paternity leave a game changer. He dove in, bottle in hand, turning boardrooms into nurseries. By 2023, Adira River joined, amplifying their joyful chaos. Social media glimpses, Olympia coaching, Serena's swings, family hikes in Wyoming, paint a portrait of purposeful parenting. Challenges? Plenty. Serena's postpartum struggles, Alexis's work-family juggle. Yet, they modeled equity, him advocating dad leave, her championing maternal mental health. This chapter fortified their foundation, proving family isn't detour, but destiny's deepest serve. In the end, headlines howl, but hearts hold the truth. Serena and Alexis? Still serving aces in love's grandest game. What chapter moved you most? Drop below. Did the proposal poetry hit, or the parenting parallels? Smash subscribe for more unrumored realities. Game, set, enduring match.